Hi, I'm Kyle Phoenix, and always we're going over the lessons from A Course in Miracles. We're on lesson number 14. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today is, of course, the reason why a meaningless world is impossible. What God did not create does not exist, and everything that does exist exists as He created it. The world you see has nothing to do with reality. It is of your own making, and it does not exist. Wow. Okay, the exercises for today are to be practiced with eyes closed throughout. The mind searching period should be short, a minute at most. Do not have more than 3 practice periods with today's idea unless you find them uncomfortable. If you do, it will be because you really understand what they are for. The idea for today is another step in learning to let go the thoughts that you have written on the world and see the Word of God in their place. The early steps in this exchange, which can truly be called salvation, can be quite difficult and even quite painful. Some of them will lead you directly into fear. You will not be left there. You will go far beyond it. Our direction is towards perfect safety and perfect peace. With eyes closed, think of all the horrors in the world that cross your mind. Name each one as it occurs to you, and then deny its reality. God did not create it, so it is not real. Say, for example, God did not create that war, so it is not real. God did not create that plane crash, so it is not real. God did not create that disaster, specify whatever it is, so it is not real. Suitable subjects for the application of today's idea also include anything you are afraid might happen to you or to anyone about whom you are concerned. In each case, name the disaster quite specifically. Do not use general terms. For example, do not say God did not create illness, but God did not create cancer or heart attacks or whatever may arouse fear in you. This is your personal repertory of horrors at which you are looking. These things are part of the world you see. Some of them are shared illusions and others are part of your personal hell. It does not matter. What God did not create can only be in your mind apart from His. Therefore, it has no meaning. In recognition of this fact, conclude the practice periods by repeating today's idea. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today can, of course, be applied to anything that disturbs you during the day, aside from the practice periods. Be very specific in applying it. Say, God did not create a meaningless world. He did not specify the situation which is disturbing you, and so it is not real. Whoa, this is really, really big, because then it says, well, okay, wait. So I'm like, wait, God is everything. God created everything. Whatever we're calling this cosmic principle, this energy, this intelligence is the creator. And now, saying, wait, God didn't create this. Well, first, let's go back. God did not create a meaningless world. So that when we got to hold that concept of meaningless and what it means to be meaningless. So one time, I was thinking about the Holocaust. I was thinking about the Jewish Holocaust. And I think it was probably around 9/11. So I was thinking about, all of these impactful things, these horrible things happen that take out a mass number of people. So I was really thinking about the Holocaust. And what I started to see about the Holocaust, I said, wait, let me reframe the Holocaust. I know what happened. We all know what happened, that because of fascism and war and the Nazis and all of that, they actually systematically killed people in either concentration camps, in the course of war, in attacks, in just mass murder. So it's like, okay, this occurred. Where was God? Where was God? I think I've actually even seen this discussed. A rabbi was discussing this. Where was God? And then I thought, all right, so we got 9/11. Where was God? And then, there had been wars up until then. Where was God? And then it occurred to me, well, if I understand that there is a soul, a spirit that every human being has, that has some kind of connection and agreement to God, some kind of, a book out of God's the library, we're just books that are leaving the library for a little while. But the soul is imbued in us. And I thought, what have I learned? What has the world learned from the Holocaust? What did we get? What was the profit from the Holocaust. Now, there might be, we think of sometimes profit as in good things, but sometimes they're also restrictive things or negative things or truthful things. And so I thought, something, the lesson of that, particularly around something like Israel, is never again. Not to allow that to happen. Now the world is on alert for when it's war or fascism or some kind of dictator comes into power. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have seen what happens if we don't pay attention, if we don't intercede, if we don't intervene in whatever ways we do on a micro scale, on a medium community scale, on a macro scale to the United Nations. We have seen what happens. So the world is now focused on it. And I said, okay. So I said, well, what about the people? What about the people, the men, the women, the children who actually died as a result of the Holocaust, being put in concentration camps and murdered and part of the war? And I thought, well, what if, let's throw out what if those people, if everybody comes here with a soul assignment or a destiny, what if part of their soul assignment or their destiny was to die in the Holocaust? I thought, whoa, that's pretty deep. So would you, if I just look at, not even going to go to accept, just look at, if my Creator said to me spiritually, Kyle, I need you to do this for such and such time. I need you to do this life. I need you to be born here. I need you to be born male. I need you to be born a black man. I need you to be born during this time where the world is moving to the 21st century. So you're actually going to see a shift in the age. I need you to do this. One of the other things I may need you to do, that he may have said to some of, or I'm thinking about, is I need you to die in this war. I need that to be a possibility in your life unless something drastically happens that you alter the course of your destiny. I need you to give your life, because by giving your life, then it is then an example to the others about what can never happen again, or what to prevent, or what to intervene in. I said, well, that's pretty deep. Then I thought, okay, but why would you do that? Just because the Creator asked. And I thought, well, if I'm looking at it from simply the human perspective of mortality, then I would ask why. If I'm looking at from the human perspective of immortality towards my spirit, that my spirit is immortal, would you give this brief lifetime that you will move through this body for a little while? And the way I want you to exit this body is through the course of this Holocaust, as an example, as a testament, as a testimony, the ultimate testimony of your life. Now, it may not look initially like you are giving your life. It may look like your life was taken by the situation. But I'm asking you, in the split second before your life is taken by another human being, to have already given it. I said, whoa. Now, war's not meaningless. Now Katrina's not meaningless. Because all of those people, part of their spiritual assignment is not only to live their lives, but also their death has meaning too. Their death says, wait a second, pay attention to this. Look at this. You can't allow this, you other human beings. You can't allow this to occur. This which happened to me, which destroyed my physical self, you cannot pay attention to this. Keep your focus onto what happened here. Suddenly Iraq means something. Suddenly I understand Afghanistan. Suddenly I can see Vietnam differently. Because suddenly I realize that part of what war isn't just simply a conflict. And maybe on a spiritual level, it's really an alarm call, an alert system to this is the spiritual, we're on spiritual alert. You got to stop this. We have to prevent this. We have to intervene this. We have to learn how to negotiate in here so that I am never in a meaningless world. Goes right back to God did not therefore create a meaningless world, because even in what looks insane, even what I can't find immediate meaning in, there is meaning. Just opening up my aperture, the lens, just focusing, just panoramic vision now, much, much bigger.